Alright, so piecewise functions that have different rules for different parts of the domain. So, in this first one, it says evaluate f of x when x equals 0, x equals 3, and x equals 6. So we have our rule to the right, and we're just going to get going. So, x equals 0. Am I less than or equal to 3, or am I greater than 3 if x is 0? Less than. So we're using this rule. Okay? So all I do is plug in 0 up there. So 3 times 0 plus 2 is how much? 2. So my f of 0 is 2. Okay? If x equals 3, am I top or bottom of my function?
Top.
Top. I have that equals 2 part, so I'm plugging in there. So 3 times 3 plus 2 gives me how much?
11.
11. So my f of 3 is 11.
Why are the lines so wiggly?
I don't know.
Like them, or are they just...
Nah. Natural. Alright, if x is 6, am I on top or bottom? Bottom. Plug in 6 for x, so I have 6 minus 1 gives me 5. So my f of 6 is 5. Okay, how are we doing so far?
How do you know if it's on the top or bottom?
So if my number, whatever I'm plugging in for x, if it's less than or equal to 3, I use the top one. If it's bigger than 3, I use the bottom one. So I always go over to the x part to figure out which equation I'm in.
Is this how you do that -2 to 2 table too? Is that how you do that for the parabolas?
Well, it's only one function. So like here, there's 2.
But like, that's like, it's the same concept. We're talking about function. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand what you're saying.
Never mind.
Alright. So we're going to graph this function. How I like to do this is it's broken at 3, right? That's where we have our different equations.
Yeah.
So I like to plug in at 3. So we have our 2 equations, and you can kind of see the graph. One thing I have to note, if it includes the equal to, that is a darkened circle. If it doesn't have the equal to, we use an open circle. Okay, and I'll kind of talk about how that comes into play in a quick second. So, I'm going to graph the top equation first. I always start at where your x is broken. In this case, it'd be 3. Do you understand what I mean by broken?
Yeah.
It's where
It's different.
Yeah, it's where it's different, split. So if I have 3, we already figured out that that's at 11. So I'm going to go over 3 and up 11. And I have a closed circle because I include 3. Okay, it equals 3 there. From there, I just use the slope. Okay, my slope is 3. And I'm going less than. Is less than left or right? Left. Less than is that way. So if I have a positive slope of 3, that means I'm going down and left. Okay? So from my point, I'm going to go down 3, over 1.
Wait, how did you get that down?
This one, that is my point 311.
Oh.
Because I just plugged 3 into that top equation. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So then from my starting point, 311, I'm just using my slope of 3 to create a line. And it needs to go left because we are less than. Okay?
How do you get the slope?
The slope is the number multiplied by x. So that's why we go down 3 and left 1.
So like if it would have been the other equation, it would have been 1.
Yeah. Okay. So now we'll do the second half.
Oh,
Yeah, we're not done with that problem.
whoops.
We only have half of our line.
Wait, is this only a ring? Or is it
What?
Is it one of those V things?
No, it's not a V, but we only have half our line. We gotta do this bottom part. Okay. So if x is 3, and I plug it into this equation, I get 3 minus 1, which is 2. Okay? So I'm going to plot the point 3, 2. But since it doesn't include 3, there's not an equal to here, I need to use an open dot. Okay? So at 3, so go over 3, up 2, I'm going to have an open dot. We have the open dot because it does not equal 3. But 3.001 is bigger than 3.
Is this like the thing that you do on the number line?
Yeah, yeah, on the number line.
An arrow.
Yep. So I'm greater than 3, which means I'm going to the right. So my green line is going to go to the right. What's the slope of my bottom equation?
2.
What?
Just getting one.
Just kidding, 1. Nothing there, so it's a 1. So from there, I use my slope up 1 over 1. From my dot, I go up 1, over 1. Up 1, over 1.
Are these all open ones too?
They don't need to be open because it's a line. Just at that 3 is when you need to have the open dot. Okay. I know it's new stuff, but we'll get there eventually.
Can we do this quiz tomorrow or not? 2 days from now? So we're like,
We'll do both now.
this, I don't know if I'm gonna.
Okay. Let's do another example. If you want to write yourself a quick note, something that I would write is one arrow needs to go this way, one arrow needs to go this way. You'll never have it going both ways. Or going one way, sorry. Because you're always going to have a less than and a greater than. Okay? I'm going to erase that, but just helpful hint. Alright,
So,
so,
like a V?
what?
It's still like a V?
Yeah.
Or-
Alright, so here, where am I broken? Where's my x broken? Where? At 2. Is my top one open or a closed dot? Does it include equals to? It's an open one. It's open because there's not an equal to, which means this one's closed. So let's do the top one first. I need to plug 2 in to figure out where that open circle goes. So I have 2 thirds times 2 plus 2 thirds. 2 times 2 thirds, 4 thirds. 4 thirds plus 2 thirds is 6 thirds, aka 2. So my point is 2, 2. And at that point, I need to be open because that's what that top rule says. So we go to 2, 2, and we have, there's a little white space in there, an open dot. I'll erase it and drop it or one comes up.
That little was supposed to be an open dot.
Yep, because it doesn't, I'm positive.
It just didn't look like
Oh, sorry. Alright, so from there, we're gonna go use our slope. Up how many, over how many?
that. Open 2.
Up 2 over 3. And is it a positive slope or negative slope?
Positive.
Positive. So we're going up 2, right 3. And drawing our line. How do I know that it goes to the right?
Because it's an open circle. Because you said so.
Because my x is bigger than 2. Right? All of these x values here, like 10 is bigger than 2, right? That's how I know if I want my line to go left or right. So like this one, my x is less than or equal to 2, so is it going left or right? Left. My less than 2's are all these ones. So we're going to find where it is 2, and where it is 2, I'm going to have a closed dot, like we have here. So plug 2 in, negative 2 plus 2 gives me 0. So I have the point 2, 0. So plot that point and make sure it's a closed dot. From there, we use our slope. What's my slope? Negative 1. Negative lines, remember, go this way. I know I want to go to the left, so I don't want to go over here, down 1, over 1, because that's on my other side. I want to go up 1, left 1, yeah.
What?
So up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, and draw that line. Notice I have lines going in opposite directions. If you need to make a reminder that these lines have negative slopes, these lines have positive slopes, I would do that. I would also maybe write down greater than goes right, less than goes left. Those are just kind of some helpful hints. Okay. What questions do we have? Everything? Okay, so does the open circle, closed circle, are we good on that?
So if it's equal to, it's closed.
If it's equal to, it's closed. If it's just less than or greater than, it's open.
You only go one
That's
way.
the easiest. That's the first thing I understand.
So what I do is I plot where it's broken. So plot your 2, and then only use your slope.
Is that 2 always going to be our?
No, sometimes they'll change. Sometimes they'll be like negative 1. Sometimes
Well,
it'll be
will
0.
it always be our exponent?
Yeah, always direct. Okay. All right, ready for day 2 stuff?
Oh yeah, we're going to
Okay. So we're gonna write equations for the piecewise function whose graph is shown. First off, okay, I lied. Not first off. So we have f of x equals the fancy thing. I don't really know what the name is. Fancy bracket? Squiggly squiggly?
Well, all of your lines are squiggly.
Is it a bracket?
I'm calling it squiggly squiggly.
So leave room for an equation. I like to fill out the x part first.
Can we
I
put
think that's easiest.
Not squiggly thing if we don't have to draw it?
Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure your f of x on, but f of x equals, this is our function. What x value are we broken for? Where's the gap? At x equals what?
Yeah.
Negative 1. Okay. I always do the left line first. You can do the right one. It doesn't matter what order you put these in. I just always do the left line first. So, is my left line less than negative 1 or greater than negative 1?
Greater. Less.
This is like negative 6, right? That's over here.
What does that say?
So, is negative 6 less than negative 1 or greater than negative 1? Less than. So we know we're going to have a less than sign.
Oh, that's.
We want to be less than, and you notice my dot is closed, like somebody said. We're going to have equal to. Okay. What is the slope of this line?
1. Negative 1.
Which one is it, 1 or negative 1?
Negative 1. It's going down.
But it's going down and left, so it's like negative, negative, which makes positive. Okay,
But it's negative.
so these are positives, these are negative. To figure out what your intercept is, what I would do is continue on. So like if we continue our path, what's my intercept? 2. So our equation is x plus 2. If x is less than or equal to negative 1. You can write 1x, that's fine. I was just trying to make that more clear. Okay. So if you look at this line, notice we have an open. So I'm not equal to. Am I greater than or less than?
Less than.
Greater than.
Greater than.
Going to the right, I'm greater than.
Obviously, this would be close to.
It is not equals to because it's
No,
open.
that's not the top one, sorry.
Alright, so then we just gotta find the equation for this. Finding slope, if I start here, I go down 1 over 2.
1/2.
So
Negative 1/2.
-1/2. Good. And what's my intercept? It's not a nice one.
3.5.
3.5. So my equation is -1/2 x plus 3.5, and that's only if x is bigger than -1. I know it's a lot. How are we doing?
Probably the rest
I don't understand
This is
What?
How do you get the intercept?
So what I do is I just continue on going. So like this one, it's always your y-intercept that you want. So this one, if we go down 1 over 2, if we went just down 1/2, we'd be over 1. So just, it looks like it's in the middle, so 3.5. With this other one, I just continue my line because I think that's easiest. So since my slope is up 1 over 1, you just take from this dot and go up 1 over 1, and you notice you run into the y-axis.
Just do this.
What's up? What?
It's just.
We'll do lots of examples, promise. All right, last page.
Will this start to make sense once we start working on the concept?
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is,
I know it's totally new stuff.
it's
What?
different.
This makes sense.
I don't like
It's
it.
different. I know you've never seen it before. All right, so this first thing it says there's a special kind of piecewise function known as a. I don't think I can reach that high. It's known as a step function. No laughing.
Steps to go down.
Need a step stool.
Ooh, boom roasted. Ooh.
I was gonna say stuff.
We can't.
What does it say?
It says step function, okay?
Step.
I'm sure it doesn't say step switch.
You guys are so mean.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Alright, so what I like to do with these is figure out my closed and opens right away. So let's look at the x part. Oh, we can't do it upside down. Oh, a little bit. Alright, so I have a left number
Do I have it?
and a right number. Okay?
Let's do it.
What?
No.
No. Is the left one closed or is the right one closed? Meaning, which one has equal to? The left one's closed, yeah. So all these left points are going to be closed, and my right ones are going to be open. I think you'll find this stuff is easier.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
Oh, I see.
Alright, so all it says is if your x is between -4 and -3, we're at 1. Your f of x is a fancy word, or a fancy term for y. So those are your horizontal lines. So find -4 and go up 1, draw a closed dot. At -3, 1, you'll have an open dot. Oh, my calibration's off.
Oh my.
Can I calibrate it?
No, we don't have time for that. Maybe actually,
Well, I'm quick though. I'm the fastest.
I'm gonna go up 2, okay? So like 2 spots is -1. So this one is closed, this one's open. Okay. So -4 closed, -3 open, and we're up 1. Okay. My next one, what's closed?
-3.
What's open?
-2.
How high up am I?
2.
2.
Sure.
So at -3 I'm closed, -2 I'm open, and make sure you are up 2.
Oh, I understand this
They're
now.
moving together.
This is so easy. Why don't
That's for the step function.
Dun dun dun.
You don't like my singing?
Not really.
So
Boom
from
roasted.
-2 to -1, we're up 3.
You have to put a line between.
Boom roasted.
Yeah, you gotta make the step to actually step on, bud.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so you should be all the way to 0. You're
I don't know
supposed to
where
be
my
okay.
eraser went.
I tried.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not sure if I remember.
They're pretty close, I know. So.
I really don't know this.
I actually understand that. The students, why can't the other ones be like, the other ones are confusing.
Maybe the real would be better. Okay, questions?
Do we have to like draw the lines out?
Yeah, make the lines. So that you know where your step is. You can't step like on a thing that isn't there.
You need railings.
That goes. Challenge accepted. Challenge
Alright.
accepted.
We have shipping costs. $6 on purchases up to $50, $8 on purchases over $50, and up to $100. $10 on purchases over $100 and up to $200. So we are gonna make a function rule. Starts with f of x equals fancy symbol. That's how they always start.
Equals the bracket thing.
The bracket thing.
Like a mustache.
Like a mustache. Mine's lopsided this time. Alright. How much does it cost me up to 50? How many dollars?
What are you talking about?
If I buy something up to $50, how much is shipping costing me?
$6.
$6.
A lot of shit.
So it's gonna cost me $6. Up to 50. Is that greater than 50 or less than 50?
Plus that.
Less than.
Or equals to.
Do you think it's equal to?
Yes, because
Up to, right? So if I spend $50, that's equal to, right?
No.
The next step is costing us $8. And that's over 50 and up to 100. So I have 50 and 100. Is this going to be what kind of sign? Greater than. Is it equal to? No. You can't repeat equal tos. Okay? So since 50 is already equal to in the first one, it can't be equal to on the second one. But the 100 is equal to. And then we got $10 on purchases over 100 and up to 200. Okay.
But why can't
Those are
the,
the second number.
What?
how come one side can be have the line under and one side not?
So if it costs $50, can shipping both be $6 and $8?
No.
No, it has to be one.
And have it
Yeah,
be
but charge.
So if it says up to 50. So like
if it's over.
over 50, like it says here, like 50.01, you're getting charged $8. $50, you're only getting charged $6.
The students, so every time, so do you always just put an equal sign on the second number?
Not always. Sometimes it's not one. Once you choose which side is equal to in one problem, that'll stay the same. So it's not like you're gonna have a less than here, less than or equal to here, less than here. You know, either your less thans are not gonna have the equal to, or they will. It's not gonna flip flop in a problem.
So then, like, if you put a equal to on a greater than in one place, every time you write a greater than, it has to be.
Yeah, in the same problem.
Gotcha.
Okay. So domain is our x's. How big can our x's get?
To the 10,
To 10.
or is it the 200?
200. Says our x's can go all the way up to 200. What's the lowest they can get?
50
50?
or less than 50.
Less than 50, so 1
It wouldn't be
or free. Maybe you have a coupon for 100% off.
so then it's
So 0.
It's not a thing.
That's not a thing ever. You know, there are some extreme couponers. Ever watch that show? Crazy. Alright, your range. What can my y be? I only got 3 values. What are they?
None yet.
6, 8, 10. Those are the only things I get charged for shipping. Apparently nothing costs over $200, so. Alright, last chunk. We're gonna graph. I'm gonna go up by 20s. So this last one would be 200, right? The world's fattest cat.
What?
Well, you can't even see it says 200.
Well, then just adjust the size.
I've done that 100 times. Sick of doing it.
Well, just do it one more time. It's-
Alright,
I thought you said the fattest cat.
so if I'm up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here's $6. What is my X values that equal $6 shifting?
Up to 50.
Up to 50, so 2, 4, 6, so like somewhere in between here. Am I inclusive with the open circle or closed circle?
Open. Circle.
Closed.
What?
Over. Wait. Over 6. Over.
You lost me, Miss Pierce.
I lost you?
What did you just
Yes.
do?
No, it's.
We went over 50
Okay.
and up $6.
Okay.
Since it's equal to, we have a closed.
Yeah. Okay, I got you now.
Okay? So those are both closed circles because we can't have negative dollars. We're not going to deal with that.
Where's the second one? Just on the.
It's on 0. Okay? Then we go to 50, we jump to 8. This should be an open circle at $8 and 50. We go all the way over to 100. At 100, we have a closed circle. At $100 and a penny, we jump up to 10. Open circle, closed circle at 200.
Oh, right.